If you've ever felt trapped by expectations, deadlines, or the need to prove your worth, this meditation might just change how you move through the world. Let's unplug.
Okay, hey, this is Francisca, and this is Moment to Crisis Life, and today is this week's Chrysalis Tools. Okay, so this week I've been talking a little bit about this system that we live in and this idea of kind of like systemic pressure and how we as individuals can help to maintain and help to sustain our own mental health, our own vibration, our own frequency in the midst of all of this kind of systemic pressure. I was talking on Sunday about how the system doesn't really give the time and space that we as people need, but certainly our children need to be able to deal with their mental health in this kind of like guise of pretense, this like, oh no, we really care about mental health because we talk about it. But as I always say, there's a big difference between knowing something, comprehending something and embodying it, and it actually meaning something, it actually being something in the real world. So today we're going to think about, and we're going to do a little practice that hopefully is going to help to support you in maintaining our mental health, maintaining our health, maintaining our positive frequency in the midst of this system, in the midst of this systemic pressure. And I think really when I think about the system and this pressure that we're under, as I said yesterday, there's really only two vibrations. There's love and there's fear. It's as simple as that, right? And I think that the system creates a lot of fear just through the mechanics of the system. But even if you think about all of the kind of fear mongering and the propaganda that we experience whenever you turn on the news, whenever you watch TV shows, whenever you read a newspaper, there's always something that we should be scared of, something that we should be worried about, something that we should be anxious about. But I think also that is pervasive in not just those really obvious ways, but in those more kind of like subtle and nuanced ways in terms of what we have all consented to kind of conform to, right? So in today's meditation, I want you to think about something that might cause a high level of distress for you, like something that might cause anxiety, something that might cause unease. And remember that all of those feelings come under the kind of vibration of fear. So it's thinking about, for example, do you fear having to pay your bills, having to keep your house, having to go to your 9 to 5? Do you fear time? Do you fear being on time, being on the clock, not having enough time? You know, do you fear having to complete homework or assignments? Is there fear around getting good grades, being good enough at school, having to take exams, getting that certification that you need to be able to do the job or get to the next stage? Do you fear all of the deadlines that you have to work towards in school or in uni or in work or whatever else? Do you fear like that need to get married, that need to have kids, that need to kind of conform to that sort of matrix blueprint of life and what is supposed to happen in life, what you're supposed to do in life? Do you have a fear around having to be professional, having to turn up, having to be a version of yourself that's different to maybe how you feel on a day-to-day basis? Do you fear the hustle of having, I don't know, that kind of hustle that you have, that you need to be able to live, to be able to feel free? Do you fear that feeling of having to keep up with the Joneses, of having to keep up with the people next to you, with what everybody else is saying, that everybody else has got and everybody else is doing and everybody else is achieving? Because I think all of these fears are, I don't know, they're created by us, but they're also like come down from the system. They're all about our need to prove our worth, our need to fit in, our need to survive, our need to have some kind of value in a system that values something that really isn't maybe about us being okay. So today in the meditation, we're going to think a little bit about these like have tos. You know, I have to go to work, I have to pay the bills, I have to get a 9 to 5, I have to prove myself, I have to do well at school, I have to meet these deadlines. And hopefully start that process of something being going from I have to I choose to I get to do these things. What a blessing, right? Because I'm not advocating that the system isn't pervasive, and I'm not advocating that the system doesn't exist, and I'm not advocating that you should just, you know, quit your job and everything will be fine. I mean, I honestly think everything would be fine if you quit a job that you really hated personally, but that's about faith, really, which is a really big opposite of fear, I guess. But anyway, hoping that it's the start of that process of being able to feel like I get to do these things rather than the pressure and the fear of having to do them. So if you're ready to start the meditation, just find a nice quiet spot, somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed for, you know, the next 15 minutes or so. And you could do this meditation sitting down or lying down, whatever you prefer. And I think what we'll do once you're there and once you feel comfortable is I'm just going to ask you to close down your eyes and to just take a minute to just sit wherever you are with your eyes closed, just breathing in and out, however feels comfortable to you. And today in our meditation, we're going to take some time to just be. We're going to take some time to just sit in silence, just for a little while, and be aware that this may feel uncomfortable. Be aware that your thoughts might try to push through. But just allow yourself to sit in that silence and allow yourself to return to your breath. Just return to your breath. Now, I want you to begin to visualize in front of you a large battery. This is the battery of the Matrix. See it in front of you, large and looming, glowing with black energy, dark energy, surging through it. And from this battery, you notice a number of cords, a number of wires. Reaching out from all over, like electrical wires, like chargers. See them spilling out and hooking directly into you. And each one of these wires, each one of these cords represents something that you fear, something about this life that might cause you a high level of distress, that might cause you some anxiety, some unease, some dis-ease.
Maybe it's the 9 to 5. Maybe it's the need to conform, to get married, to have kids, to conform to that blueprint of the matrix. Maybe it's that feeling of never having enough time, of having to perform at work, at school, to meet those deadlines, to hustle for your life, for your freedom. See them all now as they reach out and plug into you. And I want you to notice one wire, one cord that's causing some pain, some distress, some anxiety, some fear. Follow that wire. Follow it from that battery, that matrix energy, that fear frequency. Follow it and see where it plugs into you. Notice, where in the body does it resonate? Where can you feel that? Can you see the space where it plugs into you? And see now. Begin to observe, begin to notice how that energy of fear is being fed from this battery of the matrix into you. See how that energy permeates your body. And see how you then pulsate this out through your body and out into the world around you. Feel that connection. Feel the link, the energy of it. Pulsating through that cord and into your body and out into the world around you. And I want you to look down now and see your hands. And as you see your hands, I want you to see them filled with the energy of the self, the energy of the earth, the energy of the divine,
Maybe you can see the color of this energy. It might be electric blue. It might be green, like Mother Earth. It might be white, like the divine. See your hands covered, pulsating all this energy out. This frequency of love, of freedom, of sovereignty. And I want you to reach out now. Reach out and down to where this wire, this cord, this charger is plugged into your body. And see yourself wrapping your hands around this cord. I want you to feel the energy in this cord pulsating through it, spilling out from that battery of all those have-tos, of all that pressure, of all that fear. Feel it as you wrap your hands around it. I invite you to tighten your grip. Get a hold. Get a hold of this cord, this wire, this charger. And using all that earth energy, that divine energy, that self, that sovereign energy, using that love frequency that you are, that is the battery inside you. Using that, pull that cord out. Unplug. Disconnect. It's as simple as unplugging. It's as simple as coming off charge. It's so easy to disconnect. And now I want you to notice that space where that cord, that wire, that charger used to be. And I invite you to take your hands. Watch as that positive energy, that love frequency creates a barrier, a shield, a field of love over that space. So nothing can get through. Maybe move your hands and place them on that space, on your body, and feel as that barrier is created. That shield emerges, that field covers your body in that space. And as you watch this happen, I want you to feel in your body as the energy, that positive frequency, that love vibration secures that space. So nothing can attach ever again. And as you watch and as you feel this, know that dis-ease, that negativity, that fear, that anxiety, those worries, they cannot permeate your body from that cord anymore. It's gone. You are unplugged. You are off charge. You are disconnected. And breathe. Feel your body relax. Just let go. And now I invite you to gently just turn your attention back to your breath. Notice as you breathe in and you breathe out. And when you're ready, when it feels good for you, when it feels comfortable, go ahead and bring a little movement to the body. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe take a deep stretch. And whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes. Okay, how was that? How did it feel? Unplugging just a little bit from the matrix, from that system, from that thing, that oppressive thing that makes us feel scared and worried and anxious and oppressed a lot of the time. You know, look, I want you to remember, you don't have to sacrifice your joy for your stability. You don't have to compete with others instead of collaborate with them. You don't have to suppress your intuition to trust the authority around you. You don't have to stay silent to stay safe. It's okay to lift the veil. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to invest in yourself. It's okay to unplug. And hopefully, maybe just with that one thing, that one area that you looked at today, it will start feeling less like you have to and more like you choose to. And as you choose to, hopefully it will start to feel more like you get to, that it's a privilege, that it's a blessing to do these things. And hopefully that will help you to be a little bit more aligned with yourself, in alignment with yourself, you know, because I think it's about really recognizing that it's not who we have to be, but who we want to be. And for me, I think if we start from that space, then that creates the opportunity for us to be with ourselves, to love ourselves, to be easy on ourselves, and then be better in community with one another and create a different type of system. Okay. I hope that was helpful. And And yeah, if you enjoyed it, do it again. Why not? Like, why not choose something different this time? See what else you can unplug yourself from. And yeah, come back tomorrow for Reflection Friday, where we're going to pull this all together and start to build that community a little bit more. Be with other people that maybe don't want to be plugged into the matrix either. But for now, that is it. That's it.
If this practice helped you unplug, give yourself permission to do it again tomorrow with something new. Drop a comment with the have to you're letting go of. And if you want to be in community with others choosing freedom over fear, I'll see you tomorrow for Reflection Friday.